You're listening to 1069 Click FM, live in color.
Folks, what can I say? I am somehow awake this early in the morning. We have World Cup soccer between England and Colombia, and we just finished the longest penalty kick shootout in World Cup history. Men's or women's went 10 rounds, and Australia beat Colombia. No, France. They beat France 7-6 on penalty kicks. They will face the winner of this match, England versus Colombia, as you see, represented by Time to Take a Truncheon to the lower classes. We can guess who that is, and making their national borders hippo-proof. Everybody who is here for some reason, yes, I am an American. My name is Jim B. And I am up much earlier than I should be. However, there is a cat, and she is very, very confused about why I am up this early. Monty is just hiding in the bedroom, hoping that I won't force him to come in here. It'll happen. Actually, she was watching the penalty kicks between Australia and France with great interest, so all right, we're getting some touch game early from Colombia on the far sidelines. They get a throw in. Very nice job there. We've already gotten started, by the way. Oh, yeah, of course they were up. I ended up waking them up, actually. All right, they're going to try to loft it across midfield to get things back going their way. They try a dump ahead, but the goaltender leaves the edge of her zone to gather it up. Oh, shoot, Luke is here too. Oh, yeah. I got you, Luke. I understand. Just so you know, Luke, England not only have an opportunity to get into the semifinals here, but also get a little measure of revenge for the Ashes tournament, because the winner of this will go up against Australia. So, you know, maybe it could happen. Oh, and the Colombian fans are in full voice this morning. This evening over there, but for us Americans, we're not the focus anymore. Well, we probably weren't for this tournament to begin with, but what can I say? There have been some fantastic footwork by Colombia so far. England is staying right with them defensively. They're not fooling them. They're just keeping the ball much more than I expected them to. This is not what I was expecting with the powerhouse England and the upstarts Colombia. Oh, she wipes the ball off on the underside of her shirt, as is tradition. Gets the throw in along the sidelines. They enable another throw in as England taps it out once again. Meanwhile, MKI is doing his English breakfast. It's a good start. Exactly, Luke. Hooks goal bound, first shot on goal, saved by England. And Angie is definitely not happy. I'm already getting the claws in the hand. All right, Luke. Hope the day goes well for you, stepping into the outside world and everything. I'm going to be here keeping track of this. And as you may have expected, today's stream is brought to you by Legal Coffee, the Mexican instant coffee that is 99.5% guaranteed to not contain methamphetamines or copium. And this is a special message to all France soccer fans. I know that the copium is going to be heavy for you for a while, as there is naturally occurring amounts of copium in the human endocrine system. Now, you don't need to add to that coping with other coffees who can make you nervous and paranoid and suspect that your house is being invaded by the frog people. However, with legal coffee, the hallucinogenic power of the substances involved is near zero. It's along the same track as modern absinthe. Absolutely nothing going for it. Except for, possible rumors and spirits that may be trapped within. But anyway, legal coffee has none of that because they also handle exorcisms in factory instead of on location. Trying to save time. It ups the cost a little bit, but I think people are willing to pay that if they know that they're not going to get possessed or be seeing bloody visions of the apocalypse when they have their morning joe. England tried to shoot ahead, gets rejected by Colombia, who were trying to play some position games at midfield. They have a takedown from behind in the middle of a kick. Referee says play on. England has now established some control at the midfield. Friday Night Football ended at 1:10 Eastern. Ooh. That reminds me, I didn't even look at the scores. And this might be a good time to do it while they're trying to figure out a way past the Colombian line. Commanders beat the Browns 17-15. It's like the old-fashioned times. Centering passes in, header off. And another great opportunity. Great blocks by the Colombian defense as the goalie goes down. And England has been... Okay, we've got actually a player down in the box right now for Colombia. It's Arias. It might have just been a collision with one of her own players, and Angie is once again stepping on my keyboard. So play will be stopped as... Let's take a look at where she might have been hit. Oh, she collided with her own goaltender while they were both going for the save. That blonde goes for it at the top. And yeah, she runs right into her old goaltender, takes a shot off the head when she's on the ground. And that's what hit that second attempt, not a defender. It was just getting nailed in the back of the head by that rebound attempt by England. Cardinals won against the Broncos. Okay, so yeah, football is back, and once again, nothing makes sense anymore. Thank goodness. All right, they're still checking on her. She's down. I have a feeling this is going to be stretcher requirement. It would suck for them to have to replace one of their players early, but England is now waiting and strategizing, trying to plan out what they're going to do next. Not sure exactly what was hit because her side completely collided with the goaltender. Maybe something of her leg got bent up underneath in an odd way. I wasn't checking the way her legs went very closely in the replay because I thought, based on how she had been grabbing her head, that it was more of a collision and a head injury, which in part was, but yeah, she's still down. And yeah, she is being helped off the field. She is favoring a leg. Okay, that cannot be good. 32-year-old Arias from Atletico Junior in Colombia. And they're testing her leg as she goes off the field. she's trying to get her feet going again. Are they going to play with 10 people until they figure things out? I think that may be what's happening. They tried to settle it past the referee, but nothing doing. Meanwhile, the counterattack from England is putting pressure on as Colombia tries to find a way out of their own defensive end. Meanwhile, Luke has booked his Uber, I'm assuming for a further venture into the unknown world. They're still poking at her knee. Yep. They have just waved her off. She tried to run. She hitched up. She could not move. They're going to have to make the change. Meanwhile, Colombia is still playing with 10. England pressuring them in their own end. Attempted clear does get out to the point of the midfield circle, but is immediately launched back in by England with another header attempting to center. Gets flicked away. Off a shoulder and batted out for a throw-in. And now we have another Colombian player down. This is just going to pile up. And yeah, she just got run over. Another collision in the box, and it's basically England standing their ground. It's not off the arm, it was off the front of the body, and here comes the substitutions. Guzman will come in for the first injured player, and I think they're getting the other one up now. And now, looks like we're back to even strength. They've gotten the Guzman in as the sub. England trying to find their way in. Another sending pass header right into the arms of the goalie. First save of the game for Colombia. You know, I think as long as you eat everything with your pinky up, it counts as an English breakfast. The English fans going, so close. So close. The boot out, another shove in the back from England. They're getting real physical with Colombia. That player's slow to get up after getting shoved to the ground. Still checking her ankle. Now they're trying to get the ball out, and it's a little too far. Goal kick it is. That is from how it's going so far, yeah, the Colombia fans are out in force and they are cheering on like mad. The thing is, I'm wondering how many players are going to survive to the end of the game with how England is basically trying to physically exert their will on them throughout this entire match. We have a giveaway at midfield. Unfortunately, the forwarding pass is a little bit off. Gives Colombia time to send it out of bounds and regroup. Avoid another rush by the English on that far side. You were so interested in Australia, France, and now you just don't give a damn about England, Colombia? I'm serious. She was staring at the TV, full on invested in that shootout during the last match between Australia and France. I do not know how to explain it. How the hell did the Cardinals win against the Broncos? I mean, part of it would make sense if Russell Wilson wasn't playing. They're trying to save him and, his precious bodily fluids for everything that he wants to do during the regular season. All right, Acedo now taking it up the far side. She runs into a flock of defenders. Clears it the other way. Inward pass, deflected out by a header. She's going to try to lifted forward on the near side. Centering pass is intercepted, however. England able to take it away. They've made their way past 3 Colombian players. Progress stopped again, however. Colombia will knock it out. England throw in coming. Now inside the 14th minute of play. It has been physical. Had a couple of shots for each side, but still locked at 0 here in the last quarterfinal match of the Women's World Cup. 3 of the teams are already set. It's going to be Sweden versus Spain in one match, and the other one will be Australia versus the winner of this. All right. We have some good defense by Colombia, able to steal the ball out of midfield. They try to loft it forward ahead to Caicedo, who is rushing her way up the far side, kind of winning a foot race. And she skies it over the goal as her defender tripped. Damn. Her defender tripped over her own feet. And I'm not sure what she was doing with that kick, but it's like she just skied it. Apparently, Caicedo was named the best player at Copa America in 2022. Okay, so we have a referee who was born from Russia, raised in Iowa City, who apparently is only the second official from the USA to be in the quarterfinals. So England now doing the footy around midfield, trying to find their way in past the Colombian defense. Nothing doing that time on the far side. They will try to chase around to the near, steal it back at midfield along the sideline. Now looking up the middle. Daly now having it on the near, sending it back up. And England doing their own footy. Got a pass intercepted finally by Colombia. Unfortunately, they give it away slightly at midfield and cause another charge for the ball. Hemp, unfortunately, knocks that one out of bounds. Will be throwing for Colombia. Guzman will take it. And she lofts it over the line. And some fantastic work by number 9, getting the ball forward through a forest of English defenders. Goalie, however, is able to manage to grab the centering pass. And the Lions are going to reset from their own end. All right. Now in the 17th minute, the crowd still very much in this. It's still nothing. And as far as long as it stays that way, for Colombia, they still have a chance. And they are ranked 25th. They are the lowest ranked team remaining and the lowest ever in a women's quarterfinal. Daly tries to hook it in, gets headed back out. Ross wins it back just outside the goalkeeper zone for England. And a great job by Venegas taking it away there. It will get launched across midfield, force a retreat. Is there anything else I missed last night? Oh, yeah. Brewers beating the White Sox 7-6 in 10 innings. I am shocked. Atlanta blanking the Mets 7-0. Lol, Mets, excuse me. I haven't had enough legal coffee, but then again, I also didn't want to be farting like mad through this entire broadcast. Because let's be honest, that's what coffee does to you. It gets things going downstairs. And because that entry pass ended up bouncing off the flag and to the right, it's going to be a throw-in the corner, essentially, for Colombia. This is an awful position for them to be in right now. England has five players in close, just looking to steal that ball away for a quick chance. Gets skied out to the center circle, and they will try again. What's your opinion so far, Angie? You think Colombia has a chance? She doesn't. All she wants is to be petted and try to convince me to throw Monty out of the house. All right, now Colombia moving forward again. They've been able to find some room. They try to get it on the far side, but the ball falls short and has been tapped out by England. However, a good steal back by Colombia has got things going in the middle. Taken away again on a short pass. And now we have a huge collision with Hemp on the side, and she is pissed. And it'll simply be a throw into Colombia. Nothing about the collision. All the player, none of the ball, and somehow now it's a Colombia throw-in. And, oh, yeah, one of the Colombia players is getting treated on the sidelines, and, oh, she is hurt. Oh, poor woman. Oh, Santos got it behind the defender. They're going to find their way in. She was sandwiched in there, and now Colombia has recovered the clear and will try again. I appreciate the fact very much that Colombia is putting pressure early on not only the English goalkeeper but the English defense to show that they can hold up their end of the bargain. It's not just going to be a score-a-thon. Let's see, Texas Rangers beat the Giants somehow, and the Mariners beat the Orioles? Yeah, I did check on the Mariners, and they are still in the wild card race in the AL. I think they're actually just outside the 3 spots at the moment, leading the pack of rabble. And now it's just to see if they will disappoint their fans at the end of this season. Meanwhile, England trying to make a fast charge up the side. And a foul on England as they got the ball stolen away from them. And yep, there's just a... She just lifts her leg up, and that's right into the knee of the Colombian defender, simply interfering with her ability to get to the ball. The Angels' all-in moves have backfired. Ooh. A shame. I have a free kick from Colombia coming up deep in their own end. They try to launch it. Header gets missed, so will float across the line, but England will safely take possession. What other all-in moves did the Angels make? Because if I had to guess, I would have thought that they were trying to shore up the bullpen and get some more bats into the lineup, so it's not just Ohtani and Trout. Meanwhile, big collision has not been called. Daly is still down. She's trying to sell as best she can. She wants that card. Now, if you've ever read any Shakespeare, you know that the English are experienced liars and workers of black magic. So, Oh, she got a. It's a thumb in the cheek. Wow. Apparently, Colombia had a friendly match with Ireland called off after 20 minutes because of the physical play. Damn, it got on that steal away. We get another foul, another free kick for the English. Guzman getting called for at that time, and I have a feeling that the referees will be keeping their eyes on her much more often. And damn, that one wasn't as brutal as the one she just did, and she still got called for it. All right, they'll do a simple kick along the side to get everything moving again. Shift the tide over to the far end. Work back towards the middle. And unfortunately had to move backwards for a little bit. CJ Cron and Eduardo Escobar. I'll assume that both of them have arms and legs and are capable of not only swinging a bat but throwing a ball. All right, England still has not found a way in. Just moving it from far to near. Short way across the field. Whole time. All right, nice pass up there to find somebody in the middle. Number 23 now curving towards the goal, right down the center of the field. Will get booted to the far side. They're looking for the centering pass. And instead, it will be the first corner kick of the game for the English. He just entered the 26th minute of play. Things have been very physical so far. If you're just hovering or lurking, wondering what's going on, hello, my name's Jim B. I got up very early here in the blood-soaked hellhole that is the American Midwest to watch some Women's World Cup. Got to catch the end of the penalty kicks between Australia and France. A lot of fun. And now we've got a corner kick for England on Colombia. And this corner is just going to get awful. Yep, she's already whistling people down for physicality before the kick. And she is reading them both the riot act. Oh, the English player tries to walk away from the ref before she's done and gets called back. Oh, that's not gonna get you in good with the officials, man, ignoring their instructions. They also got Randall Grichuk, too. I'm assuming he has a nose. A little bit far. They missed the header on the far side. They try again on the near. Headed right back into the goaltender's hands again. And Daly had good position right there on the far post, but the goaltender was right there. Oh, yeah. Some good footy here at midfield, getting the Colombian defense off their backs. Now they're trying to figure out positioning. All right, now they have taken it and run. One more player falls again. Daly taking a big shot from outside the box, and it skies over the goal. I know, Angie. I know. Yeah, that was at least a foot over the bar. All right. And Russo throws in another hard tackle on a Colombian player who is slow to get up. So I think we got to look at the English strategy, which is to preemptively start the physicality against Colombia and then force them into getting angry and draw some cards. Apparently, half of the goals that England has scored in this tournament have been in the opening half hour of each game. So, meanwhile, I will simply let Angie continue to clean my hand as it makes her happy. Goal kick gets headed back in by several English players. Hemp trying to find room on the sidelines. Works her way through. Pass gets knocked back again. They're going to try to head it over. Look for a deflection and a corner. But all they get is a ball sailing over the bar and another goal kick. From the start of August, the Angels lost 7 in a row, won 2, and then lost again last night. So 2 and 8 so far in the month of August. That's not good. And the announcer has lost track of what day it is. And a great kick forward gets booted out of bounds by the English. Uh-oh, we have a programming alert. Due to Fox Sports covering the FIFA Women's World Cup, programs normally seen at this time will be airing later today. Dog Tales will air at 11 a.m. Science Now will air at 11:30. The Great Dr. Scott will air at noon. And Dragonfly will air at 12:30 p.m. And another bump and collision in the box. Once again, the referee not lifting a hand or an arm. We are now in the 31st minute. England choosing to take their goal kick as a short pass. Yeah, kids, watch TV later. This is not for you. So, or maybe this is for you and you're being forced by your parents to cheer for a team you don't really have an emotional connection towards. And all I could say is take Tom Grassi as your inspiration and become a fan of something that they hate. You'll earn their respect later when you become a functional adult with fewer neuroses. Uh-oh, we've got... Now we got some advancement coming down the near side. And Ramirez nails a cross into the English defender, and it will be another throw-in for Colombia down in the offensive end of the field. Guzman takes the ball. Gains some turns in the corner. Guzman looking to center now. Header gets away. Bryant knocks it out of the goal box. And now we're going to have a charge up the side by number 11. She makes her way through 2 defenders, still keeping the ball in somehow. This is a fantastic run up the far sidelines that's going. Into the middle, tapped away by Colombia. And now it's Ramirez getting checked from behind. Green went down behind the play after trying many times to not only kick her in the legs, but also grab her. And I guess she got a little bit of her own medicine during that. So Santos now. And we have back and forth, people coming in from the corners. I think England was really counting on that penalty to stop things, and they're not getting it. So they'll have to settle for a clear instead along the near sidelines. And off the feet of Guzman, it'll be a throw-in for England. Yeah. Unfortunately, you can't see because the camera's a bit too high. Oh, that's Greenwood. And I'm not sure what actually hit Greenwood, but apparently she got a little bit of blood coming out of her nose. So, like I mentioned, a lot of physicality going on. A lot from England, but Colombia seems to be returning the favor very well. And the camera's a little too high, but Angie actually has her paws hanging over her little sky throne here. It's very cute, and I'll post a picture of it later, but unfortunately the camera is not capturing it. I just wanted to let you know about the adorableness that you are not missing because of framing problems. All right, they will regroup in the defensive end after the throw in. In the 35th minute of play, we're going to have at least 5 to 6 minutes of stoppage time, I would say. Maybe even 7 because of all those injuries. We got a quick foul on the English way. And oh, and yeah, she just got yanked down by the arm. Wow. They are they are letting a lot of stuff go. Even the announcers are shocked that no yellow was called on that because it was a pretty blatant just grab of the arm and pulling her to the ground. But now England has a free kick. And they choose to use it with a short pass, setting up a centering, looking for a header on the side, but Colombia heads it out instead. Stanway challenges Caicedo, and she's going to get a. And Stanway will get a foul called on her, and the fans are pissed that she took out Caicedo with that attempt. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot that they are letting go. Like, at this point, it is going to take like a thrown punch, a headbutt, or a broken bone, it looks like, to get a card out of this referee. She is letting a lot of things slide. Simple boot ahead off that free kick. Colombia seemed content to boot it back and forth a little while around the midfield. Now, a quick launch up the far sidelines, forcing England to throw in, maybe give Caicedo a bit more time to recover from that takedown. I hope you're all doing well today. Anybody who's still here from all the NFL action that we watched last night, was there something that caught your eye or surprised you the most about what you saw? For me, it was getting all of what we did out of that linebacker that we drafted in the first round. I thought, okay, we've got enough linebackers, Anzalone, Rodriguez, but he was just flying all over the place, absolute madman. Colombia doing their best to keep the ball here on the near sideline. Some great passing, some wonderful keep away. And a lift ahead for Guzman. They lose track for Caicedo. In traffic, goes off a defender's legs and will roll out of bounds for a throw-in. Oh, yeah, Tennessee, Chicago, Indiana, Buffalo, Jets, Panthers, Jaguars, Cowboys, Eagles, Ravens, and Chargers, Rams. All sorts of fun nonsense here, and next week a preseason NFL football. Meanwhile, here we've got Colombia trying to apply pressure to England here in the last quarterfinal game of the Women's World Cup. 39th minute has just gotten underway, and it's still nothing. It's been a physical, ugly game. Oh, yeah, your defense did play well. I think you shouldn't have to worry about starters and injuries on that side of the ball. You look like you definitely have some depth there. O-line depth is terrible. Okay. Hey. That is a tough thing for teams to cover sometimes. You get caught up in the race for the scores and the stars and the speed, and you forget about the trenches. And well, let's hope that it doesn't affect your performance too badly. Now, William, would you consider the Giants' O-line better at quarterback defending or the run game? Or, as I should probably say it, pass protection or the run game. That sounds like the more correct way to phrase it. England still trying to find their way in at midfield. Now they will launch ahead, looking for an attack on the other side. Misjudged by the Colombian defender, and now we have Russo over on the far corner. Gets it back out to some help. Oh, and now Greenwood has got it again, launching it to the far corner, headed back into the middle. They're trying to do a fancy reverse kick to sneak it past a player. And the outlet misses for Caicedo. England throw. Yeah, I'm sure he was enjoying the game. Let me see what the score was last night for the Dolphins. I've already forgotten. Holy 19-3. All right, we got another throw in for England. With Colombia just trapping them along the sideline. Once again, we get the pregnancy ball wipe on the jersey. Short throw in. They'll regroup at the midfield. Try to find a gap in there. Maybe trying to count on Colombia's counterattack, leaving a gap open for somebody up the middle. They look for another foul on the competition for a header, and nothing doing. Instead, they will charge the goaltender to force her to pick things up. Wow, apparently their fifth straight quarterfinal for England in the Women's World Cup. Impressive. All right, Ramirez trying to control things along the sidelines. Will tap it back across to Trebenegas, who will boot it forward. Caicedo once again, and she's offsides. About to reach the 42nd minute. We're getting close to regulation. Soon there will be stoppage time. And both of these teams, I think, are going to take a break. Skylar Thompson throwing 2 picks. Well, oh, that's awful. All right. Sorry, just loading up some music for the pause for the cause. I will not be surprised if any of you fall asleep during this break because, as you know, it's very early in the morning, and I think I have mostly Americans who are watching me, so none of us are awake, except, of course, for those of us who have had our legal coffee. Right now, it's just back and forth at midfield, back and forth. Each team trying to find a weakness, one single lane that will allow them a charge. Yep, they're trying to charge across the field, confusing the defenders. That kick is a little too far ahead for for Guzman to stay on side and get it. So it will be an English throw in deep in their own end. Colombia fans still screaming and jumping and hollering in the stands. So run game over, pass protection, but that could be better as well. And Ben DiNucci doing good for the Broncos. Hey, anytime that the Nooch can get a chance, I'm happy. We got another Colombia throw-in on the sidelines. Guzman taking it in. Some great protection of the ball. We have a chance to shoot. Immediately blocked. Santos now have it after the receipt for Lacey, and she lofts it over the goalkeeper's head. Santos goal in the 44th minute. Colombia breaks the scorelessness. I am sorry that I have peaked everything so loud for you all, but god dang. There we are, folks. The scorelessness has been broken. It's just a gentle loft. The goalkeeper couldn't make their leap match the timing and just whoop over her head into the net. And they are weeping. There are tears of joy coming from the Colombian players right now on the field. This is I'm having as a gentle lift, the backspin, and across the goal, just over the fingertips of the goaltender. Oh, that was heartrending. Oh, man. The Colombian fans are happy, and I'm sure all the Australian fans are happy as well because, it's England. But, the entire bench ran off and mobbed her in the corner for the celebration. Fans are going bonkers. People hugging in the stands. Santos is just taking it all in. The big grin on her face. With the finger guns. Yeah. Santos finger guns. All right, how much stoppage time are we going to get? 6 minutes, folks, and we are already a minute in. I'm about 8 seconds behind as far as the timers go, so don't worry, we're not too far off. All right, Colombia now has the lead. Are they going to play exclusive defense to keep England from doing anything? We have a bit of counterattack trying to play them close at midfield. And we have another collision. Player goes down. Ref says play on. Another collision. We have 2 players going down looking for injuries. Once again, ref says play on. And some fantastic passing, but stolen away by England at the middle circle. All right. We are fully into it, folks. We are fully into it. Oh, now we have a kick ahead. I thought it might have been offsides, but no flag raised on the attempt. England still trying to find their way in. We are 2 minutes into stoppage time out of 6. Russo's crosses in. Nudged out again by Guzman. So much physicality in the goaltender's box, and the referee is just letting it go. It's been a brutal match so far. People falling all over the place. Another one partially blocked. Uzme will keep it in play for Colombia. And some dangerous footy over near their own goal, trying to create some space. And they don't manage to, but do steal it away on a pass there. Ending up lofting it across the field for Casado. and it's just a little too far. Will be an England throw-in. 3 minutes gone in stoppage time. Oh, yeah. Get the Colombian flag waving, folks. Another collision, and once again, the referee says play on. Colombia boots it back down. Goaltender comes out to feed it back into play. And another collision and tackle. Referee says play on. England still has the ball. And a good clear off of the deflection. Quick throw in by England, trying to not give Colombia any time to regroup off of that clear. And they will charge down the near side again. Looking in the middle, and some great positioning by Guzman to interfere with that pass. And once again, we have another clear. We'll leave a throw in for England on the near side. 2 minutes gone, 2 minutes to go, 4 minutes of stoppage time are history. England gets a pass into the near part of the field. People are just falling over with the slightest collisions now. They must be exhausted, and they are going to take every moment of this halftime. Pass inside, header away. England gets it off a rebound. They're going to try to reposition themselves again in the center of the field. I know, Angie. We're getting to the exciting part now. Hello, Logan. Quiet yourself. And at the 5th minute ends, we've got another throw-in for England. Great defense again by Colombia, who once again launch it across the field and clear it. Yeah, Colombia is just trying to get to the break. They are willing to play defense for as long as possible. Let's get those in as well. Got a couple seconds left. England still looking for a way in. Playing footy round the middle. They are not getting any room, though. Nobody's escaping in. They've got a header coming into the center, and immediately gets grabbed up as is loose by the goaltender. And now it's in! Oh my God, England has tied it because the goaltender could not control it in the box. And we are going to go into halftime with England and Colombia knotted at 1. Oh. Yeah, meantime, it's going to be the Calgary Stampeders and the BC Lions. That's be a home game for BC, right? Because it's in Vancouver. Oh. It's just, the goaltender misses every opportunity to grab it. And, an easy kick in for number 11. And I also love number 10 just casually walking away from the play because she thinks it's over. And they're going to try again. England still have the ball. They're going to try to charge again. Looks like the ref is going to give them one more opportunity. Nope. That will end the half, folks. And once again, we are back at square one. We are tied. A goal at minute 44 by Colombia, minute 55 by England, or maybe even minute 56, depending on how you time it. And it is 1-1. I guess they both can get their names back at this point. Kind of a shame. because I was really hoping to keep English as taking the truncheon to the lower classes for the rest of the game. We know they've been waiting for that. But now it's simply England versus Colombia. We will have our pause for the cause. Grab yourself some more coffee. We still got another half of Women's World Cup action to go here on another stupid sports show. Thank you very much for waking up early for this. Right, folks, we are officially back now. Second half has begun for England and Colombia. Got a brief attack by Colombia, but weren't able to keep up with their own pass, unfortunately, so now they'll have to be forced to regroup in their own end. If the Tigers win for just the hell of it, and the narrow angle goes off the side of the net. Ramirez was looking for it for a goal there just to add to the fun. And meanwhile, now that I've figured out what the hell's going on with all of my things, I can put the clock back on. Yeah, I know. You wanted another opportunity to step on the keyboard and try to screw something up. I understand. All right. They go long that time, trying to pin Colombia in their own end. Colombia will launch it back. We have a battle, another collision. And once again, the ref says play on. Yeah, they're just 7 games behind the Twins, but also it seems like nobody wants to win the division. They're all sitting down at the bottom of the wild card race right now. I think it's going to be very difficult for anybody besides the Twins to catch up or keep up with the rest of the league. And even then, I'm skeptical if they can even win a game, let alone a series. I know that's a little bit brutal for the Twins fans, but I was just not very impressed with what I saw when I watched them play the Tigers. Oh, damn. So that player that got suspended from England for stomping on a Nigerian player, yeah, it was a 2-game suspension. So if England moves on, they're not going to have her back for the semifinal either. They're going to have to get all the way to the finals that they want her footy to get involved for the motherland. All right, Russo trying to get something started in the corner, and it will just get booted out by Jarlene for a corner. Second quarter of the night for England. All right. Nobody seems to be getting too physical so far. But then again, it is just the beginning of the second half. They might need to, warm up and work towards it. There's number 9 for England with her entire sleeve of tattoos on her arm. Arm just on the forearm. All right. They're lining up. Here comes the kick from Stanway. They tried for a flying knee, hoping to either hit the ball or a player, I guess. And I don't know who that hit on the way out, but oh well. That's off of Columbia. It's the third corner kick now. A little deeper, gets headed away, then skied over the bar. We have another goal kick coming for Columbia. All right. Things a little bit more muted in the stands now. All the Village of the Damned kids with the cross of St. George on their face. Traffic is being directed. And a good job of defending to steal that away at midfield. England now charging up the far side, trying to find their way back into the goal box to put this out of reach. And with that collision, once again, England looking for the foul. And yeah, that English player hooked the Colombian defender's arm, took her down with her, and then expected for a foul to be called on Colombia. So, you know. Oh yes, that's right. Luke's out to go to the soccer, to his own footy at Birmingham City. Oh yeah. I heard that Brent Maher had missed a field goal. I didn't know it was 2. All right, Russo trying again. And once again, as Russo turns the corner, gets defended by number 3, it'll be a corner for England. Got a picture of Brady's car. All right. Not bad. All right, here we go. We have another corner. It's the 4th one for England, the 3rd here in the start of the second half. That header goes in. Once again, the collision in the box. Once again, no penalty for England, however much they would like to make themselves look like the victims. Sorry, Luke. I've just kind of lost patience with how many times I've seen the English team cry for fouls when they weren't really called for, and then not say anything about the blatant ones. So, oh yeah, I would not be surprised if Tom Brady was there for that game either. Oh, we have a legit throw-in coming for Colombia? Oh, we do. And it's on the offensive side, too. Another throw in 1. They quickly get it back in. Santos to Caicedo. The sweep across in, but is headed down and recovered by Colombia here on the near side. Caicedo getting it back to Santos, and they'll just let it roll into the corner. And then gets blocked out. A clearing attempt gets blocked out for a goal kick. Now in the 53rd minute of play here in the last quarterfinal game. Officially confirmed that he will be, Luke? Okay, I'll take my phone out of your little throne. Does that help things? It does not. Yeah, don't let him near any tablets or anybody with, happy families. All right, Luke, enjoy yourself. That pass just a little bit too far ahead. Way back in their own end, Colombia will throw in. Okay, now we've had another bite to start the day. You are just... I'm not sure who pissed in your cornflakes this morning, but I would have to wonder, one, where you got the cornflakes, because I don't buy them. Off the throw-in, England takes the ball back. Unfortunately, they lose that pass out of bounds again in approximately the same spot where the throw-in just happened. And it'll be another Colombia throw-in. It seems like everybody is a bit more subdued in this half. Like they don't want to take a chance of committing some kind of foul that will give the other team an advantage. Caicedo ends up taking it out. Got a free kick going for Colombia now as Caicedo goes down. English player is pleading her case. Oh, yeah, no, you could see her grabbing the arm the whole time. She got a little bit overextended trying to run out on that play, and oh yeah, she definitely wants the chicken flavored crackers. They're right here, but they're not a sponsor this morning, so it's not going to happen. Another possible interception, but through missed pass after missed pass, England will move forward along the far sideline. Looking for support, they have to throw back over the midline. And just play footy around the Colombian midfielders. And Hemp couldn't keep it in play on the sideline, so another Colombia throw-in. Currently in the 57th minute of time. Still tied 1-1. England got a goal in stoppage time near the end of the first half to tie things up. So that's why we are in the situation we are currently in. And the semifinal that for this one will be Wednesday night. I'm not sure when the other one will be. I'm sure I'll find out as soon as this is over and I'm actually capable of reading and retaining information again. All I know is it was in my head at some point. Holy crap! We have an actual free kick in a shooting position that just got called. All right. Now we've got our spot. The ref is drawing out the line, which is about a yard and a piece inside the goaltender zone. We've got a 4-person line going. Goaltender is directing traffic just the tiniest bit. And right now, looks like the goaltender has decided to hug that far post while the line covers the rest of it. Also, there is a clip of one of the Australian broadcasters shouting, "All Reds heads are beautiful," as that Australian player made the winning penalty kick. She also happened to be a redhead. So, yeah. Enthusiasm makes people say strange things. First, Tease gets nothing in. And a good job by the goaltender knocking it away into a position where it could be accomplished. Meanwhile, Colombia gets a free kick after that clearing attempt gets taken down from behind. Yeah, tap by the goaltender and then just a kick by Santos gets it away from the two English players who I assume thought that they were going to have a clear shot to just head it in before the deflection. And now we've got them coming out to 10 to the Colombian goaltender. Oh, she got something in her eye, so now we have stoppage time again. Probably another 6-minute period at this point. I think that was a shot. That was heading much too close to the goal to be anything other. Just a great touch to get it over the goaltender's hand. That was Lacey Santos' first World Cup goal that she got in the 44th minute. And the Colombian fans are still up. They are still shouting. They're still enthusiastic. They still feel like they are in it. In the 61st minute, still tied with England 1-1. Nobody thought they would make it this far. They are the Cinderella team of this quarterfinals, and they are hoping to continue the run as they go up the far side. And another good defensive play by England, getting the ball back, but just as quickly stolen away by Colombia. Now trying to advance on the far side, setting up a little bit of foot action to spread things out. Get beaten back a bit, we'll have to regroup just on the other side of the line in their end. Meanwhile, Fred Smoot turned himself in at the Loudoun County Adult Detention Center on a civil misdemeanor charge. Okay. Woo. Failure to comply with support obligation. Well, fan-friggin-tastic. The culture is actually damn good. Stanway will try to lift it long. And once again, Hemp will go down after the collision with Jorlink. Referee will go to check on her. That's the thing. The Colombian player was able to get the ball, and it was just a hard collision of Hemp running into her. So they'll be throwing for England in the offensive zone. Stolen away by Colombia. And they are going to whistle a handball on Ramirez after that bump at midfield. So it will be a turnover and ball for England. Wow. Officially, that goal came in the 45th minute of what was 7 minutes of bonus time. And just like that, there's the second goal for England by Russo. Charged up, got past one defender, and kicked it over the goaltender's outstretched legs. 2-1, folks. Everything sucks now. I'm kidding, of course. It'll just give you more reason to root for Australia. Because let's face it, if anything can make the king cry, it is a soccer team losing. And it might fully dehydrate him, and it would be the end of the monarchy as we know it. That's not so much a heel touch to herself as taking advantage of fortunate bounces off of other players' legs. But, go on. All right, so is So is England just going to try to pile on now in the second half to stomp Colombia and take all the enthusiasm out of this game? We're already in the 64th minute, so that's 26 minutes left of Colombia having to fight for an equalizer and possibly a winner. And then after that, we could have penalty kicks. Mm. Has been swept forward. England intercepts again. Back to the middle of the line once again. They try to challenge with another rush, but is a little too far for number 2 on the England side, and it will be a goal kick. Uh-oh. And looks like the goaltender's eye is apparently more of an issue than we thought. Because now the training staff are off, and they just made a little hand motion. Might be getting a substitute goalie coming in. And also hear the nope, that's still Angie yelling at the outside world. The England chants are now reverberating throughout the stadium. They're still checking out the goaltender's eyes. Meanwhile, the other goaltender is getting her gloves wrapped up. Referee is saying, "All right, figure it out, because we can't keep the game stopped like this." And it looks like Perez is going to be going away. And here comes the goaltender. Natalia Geraldo will be coming in for Colombia, 20 years old. Okay. Apparently there's a veteran on the team as well that the announcers thought was going to go in, but they've gone with the goalie that only has a year and a half of experience. All right. Well, this is an interesting move. Let's see how it works out for Colombia. Just the second substitution, but there have been a lot of injuries on the Colombian side as well. All right, she's going to boot it away, headed back by England. And Colombia will just save time and kick it back to the goaltender to pick it up again. And thank you to everybody who is still here somehow. I don't know why, but, we're just hanging out, taking in the World Cup. And I don't have much else going on to the brain because I woke up at 4:30 to do this stream after streaming last night. So any deep insight that I have is non-existent at the moment. I am running on instinct and caffeine right now. We do have a steal that happened. Colombia now has control in the offensive zone. They're trying to create some space on the near side. Nothing doing so far. And now they have lifted it ahead. Another collision that has got a player down. Will be a Columbia throw-in, but once again, yep, once again, rough play by England, stepping on another player's foot with their cleats. Yeah. And that was Caicedo, the star player for Colombia, once again getting hit by England. Coincidence? Not sure, but it is rather funny to notice. 2-on-1, Caicedo loses that battle, and England now trying to get a clear going. Will be a throw-in for them as it gets booted out of bounds. Oh. Well, they come from the same general plant, so Colombia able to head it away, but England recovers it back on their side of the midline. Get some pressure from Colombia trying to boot it back, and now they have with a steal. Assistance is charging back from England to help out, and Colombia just seem willing to take their time. They take a long distance shot and a high save from the English goaltender. That was a nice play. Durango just unloads a low bullet and a good punch by the goaltender. She saw that would have gone in and is able to get it over the bar. Corner kick coming for Colombia. All right, 71st minute is the first corner of the game for Colombia coming up. Santos will deliver it in. Great spot, but it got headed away, and it gets sent over the bar. Oh. Oh, the English goaltender is fired up, and Bedoya is pissed that one did not land. 72nd minute now. Goal kick for England. Coming up, Angie still occupying the space here on my desk, hiding behind the score so that she does not get bothered. And Lucy Bronze is now sitting down. She looks more like she's crying rather than injured. So, because she got, what happened, collides with a player, gets called out on her, and then she looks at the ref like it's supposed to be out on then she grabs her neck and sits down. She's back up again right now, but, any bit of time to pause the game, I suppose. Going to try to force them wide. Keeping it in on the sidelines with some fancy footwork. About 18 minutes now to go with, I'd say, another 6 minutes of stoppage time due to everything that's been going on this second half. Colombia getting a little bit fiercer with the pressure on the other end of the field, trying to find some room for a counterattack. And now Russo bringing things up along the right side again, has gotten past one defender. Centering passes in. And first challenge to Geraldo is immediately snapped up before number 23 can boot her out of the way. Very nice. And now, Angie, yes, we must embarrass you. It is for ratings. And now Caicedo in a foot race to the near corner. And there's Miss Pain in the neck, staring at her, watching the pass. Santos gets it taken away from her. Stanway running up the near side now. Trying to create a foot race up the field. And as Benoya getting it, having to struggle along the sidelines as well. And now Colombia will create some space close to their own defensive end. Try to find a way in. England's not going to throw numbers forward. They're just going to try to let Colombia wear themselves out by chasing and running. Yeah, that was Lucy Bronze, who was the person who got angry she missed a call and then grabbed her neck and sat down on the field. Like I said, looking more upset than hurt. Not enough on that pass. Can England take control? Caicedo trying to run up and make a charge. Goaltender will knock it away. Do we have more heroics coming for Colombia? We have a chest deflection. Moving it forward, now in the center. Rusing looking from the top. It gets kicked away from her. And Bronze will hook that. It gets blocked, but gets a hip block, and we will have another corner kick coming up for the Lions. Oh, man. Another corner. I think it's the 5th or 6th for the English this game so far. And it'll be the first corner that the new goaltender has faced. '77th minute. Greenwood gets it in. Is punched out instead by the goaltender. Then Caicedo is going on the run up the field. She finds the pass. It gets blocked up the middle of the field. Now she'll hook it to the far side. That's Santos again. We all know what she was able to do with her foot in the last half. Colombia have brought numbers up to help with things, and they end up sailing that pass just off target and out of bounds. Goal kick for England. We're now close to 13 minutes left to go in regulation. We have probably another 6 minutes of stoppage time. So England, of course, is going to walk everywhere. At all moments, waste all the time that they can. Because right now they have a 2-1 lead. They don't need to do anything. As far as they're concerned, the game is won. And it's just holding the line. Ospina Garcia coming out, and Chacon will be coming in for Colombia. Oh, we can tell she's got some fresh legs, and now we have a deflection coming. Ramirez gets it in, but it gets poked away by England, who will clear to the outside again. Colombia regrouping on the far side of the field, trying to make a chase around the edge. I get bitten on the wrist again by Angie and immediately bitten. And now we have an offsides on Colombia somehow. I will never get the offsides, and I will never know how they keep track of it. I think I understand it at this point, but it just seems like it gets called so arbitrarily and so quickly that I'm never able to tell when it happens. If Colombia ties it up, then this stream just continues on into infinity, and I never go to bed, and I don't get any writing done today, which will be a little frustrating, but I'll live. All right, free kick taken by the goaltender. She will sky it along the sidelines. A header competition eventually gets won by, I guess, England, because they kicked it all the way down to the other end of the field and forced Colombia to have to make a goal kick now, I suppose. Yeah, let's go with that. All right. Get some more tough defense from Britain. Forces Colombia to retreat, regroup, and advance again. This time they sell it up the middle to Caicedo, who has now found a little bit of breathing room. Stops, hands it off on the far side. They begin another passing triangle. England has poked it away again. They will play it safe. We're down to the last 10 minutes of regulation. They will simply dump it out and force Colombia to press the issue. Oh, that's right. England hasn't made a sub tonight. All right, Caicedo, after that header, will get to throw in rather quickly. And they could not get control of that throw. It'll be a goal kick. The Matildas. They really call the fans of the Australian team the Matildas. I know, waltzing Matilda and all that. But nearly booted out of bounds, saved by a header, advanced by a couple more. And Guzman will bring it down, send it forward to Chacon and Caicedo. And it blocked again. That second one's blocked, and it will be a corner now for Colombia. 82nd minute. Chacon and Caicedo working their way up the field, making life difficult for England in the 82nd minute. Colombia's, I think, second corner of the game only. Santos will boot it short. And Caicedo will get the cross in. Header gets booted away. Big kick gets missed by Santos. It should be England throw in. Colombian fans are pissed, and so is Santos. She may be. Oh no. Oh no. And the referee is not happy for the way that the ball got slammed to the ground on that. And she is getting a warning from the ref. No card, just a warning. Oh, well. I mean, Matilda's a perfectly normal name. It's just, I wasn't expecting that as a nickname for the Australian soccer fans. That's all. They're going to try a long throw to get it ahead. Not enough momentum to go out, but unfortunately they will have to save it, and England is trying to charge again, but a lovely poke by Colombia gets it out of the zone. Stolen back at midfield again. We do have a player down for Colombia right now. So, play will be stopped. Daniela Arias is down. She was grabbing at her upper leg. That's... Oh, she got a cleat right in the lower leg. She got essentially kicked by the sliding English player. Remember, English players are always above board and never do anything uncouth or untoward. All right, now the substitutions are starting to come in for England. They've got two going on right now. One of the goal scorers is going to be coming out, Russo. I think, and I may be a little bit biased for this, but I'm starting to think that one of the conditions of Brexit is that English teams, both men's and women's, should only be allowed to play with 10 players in the World Cup to make sure they keep one at home, doesn't get their position stolen away by a foreigner. Oh, Arias is back on the field. Apparently she's okay. They couldn't take it away, however, and now England is trying to waste some time. They will do the passy-passy at midfield while they let Colombia charge ahead. And now we have a steal. Caicedo could not make the turn. She will be forced to hand it off. Oh no, we have an opportunity. Come up the side for Santos. It gets blocked on the side, however. Second clearing attempt gets blocked. That will be headed back in and then cleared away by England again. Ooh. Venegas was looking to get in there, who scored the winner against Germany. Yeah, it's going to be 86th minute now. Colombia trying to find their way in now on the far side. They boot it back into the middle. It is a little too far. It gets kicked away again by England. Content to play defense in these last minutes of regulation. Gets lifted forward for Santos. Has elected to hold it. Chacon, the substitute, now taking it to the corner. Back to Santos. Uzme back to Santos on the return. And the goaltender made the save, but she carried it out over the line, and it will be a corner for Colombia. All right. I have another opportunity coming up. Corner for Colombia here in the 87th minute. Angie is not watching. She can't stand the pressure. I just got a filthy look for that. Uzme will boot it in, head it out. Will Santos be able to recover it? Nope, it will get booted away off an English player. Uzme will reset on the far side instead, try to advance on the near end. But one of the players slipped, and now England could have a chance to put a dagger in this with this charge. They tried to challenge Caicedo again. Another heavy touch. All the heavy challenges. People on both sides wanting all the penalties, but nothing doing. Ref lets them play because everybody was going for the ball and not each other. Ramirez has it again. Short pass. Stutter steps back. Regroups across the line. About to enter the 89th minute of regulation. Colombia still looking for an equalizer that will take them into extra time. That ball is in play. They only have 40 seconds left of regulation. Probably 6 minutes of stoppage time coming from all the penalties and things that they've had to deal with. That long pass batted back from the head of an English player. One tries to charge through the car wash. No foul for any of that, and England has the ball. Unfortunately, that pass is a little bit too far. And Kelly took the ball with her and then just dropped it on the field to slow down the restart. So, yeah. Green boots it back across the line. Now officially in the 90th minute. England is effectively locking down Colombia. Hasn't been a good chance since that one shot from just outside the box got punched over the bar. Yes, Colombia did score in the 97th minute of one of their games to get business taken care of, but now they have given it away at midfield again. Guzman able to get to the head to Ramirez because her defender fell over. And then finally, that deflected shot was grabbed by the goaltender, who has decided to lay on the ground again while stoppage time starts. And we will have 8 minutes of stoppage time. So England will have to keep the ball out of the back of their net for 8 more minutes. This is possible. This is possible. All right. That punt headed out, but England does take control. And now we have an actual foul getting called. There was nobody fell over, no hard collisions, just too much physicality on the defense. Oh, that was the women's team, the Matildas. Okay. That was just a clean takedown. I don't know why you're staring at the linesman like they're going to call a penalty for you on what was just a great soccer play. But then I digress. All right. Colombia trying to advance now. They've earned a throw in and a huge kick that misses. Shakulin gets fouled behind the play. And once again, no call from the referee. And it will be hooked all the way across. And it will lay a yard from the outline. They will be forced to hook it out of bounds. And England will have a throw in on the Colombia's side of the field. Meanwhile, England are getting all the fresh legs in that they can. So and Hemp's night is done. She's going off the field. All right, that's Hemp and Russo embracing right there after Hemp's goal celebration. Hemp and Russo, the two goal scorers for the Lady Lions this morning, afternoon, evening in Australia. But it is a moment of existence here on this huge metal-filled rock hurtling through space. All right, England now trying to work their way out of the corner. All right, but Colombia takes it back on their own goal line. Now trying to advance up the far side. Ball gets poked out of bounds by England, will allow for a quick throw in by Colombia. We've only got about a little under 5 minutes to go. And now throw in occurs. Lifted forward. skied into the air by England. We'll have a battle and they let it go out. Allows them to get another throw-in. And England kicks it out again, immediately point their arms upfield as if it will fool the ref, and the ref is not fooled. And once again, England is disappointed with the unsportsmanlike conduct of the referees in this World Cup. Colombia tries to boot it from distance. Nothing. Too far, way high. Under 4 minutes to go now in stoppage time. Caicedo was wide open there, and they did not see her. All the Colombia fans are falling silent now. They're hoping for one last bit of heroics. They've been getting them all tournament. And now we have an England throw-in. The clock ticking away. England willing to take their time. They're in control. They do not have to do anything except defend and not screw up. And once again, England gets the ball out on themselves. Colombia throws in. Will poke it forward and immediately gets kicked out again by England. Santos will throw in. Take it back from Caicedo, forgive me. Usme. Venegas getting it out to Santos again. Chacon misses it, so she has to retreat into the near corner for a little bit. Godoya back to Chacon, working their way around the box. Usme will send it in, gets headed away. Big and a swing and a miss. That one gets fired wide. Oh. That was two kicks. One player who went for just a big bicycle kick, and that was Santos, and she ended up falling. And then the next player, Ramirez, her shot ended up sailing wide of the net by a couple yards. So Colombia's not giving up. That one's a little bit long. Over the heads. Colombia now racing ahead. They've made it past a couple of people. They wanted a foul again, but once again, wide to the far side, and they sail it. Chacon sails it over the net again. Oh, wait, that was Caicedo. Damn. All right. Yeah, that one got skied a little bit too much by Caicedo. All right. And Caicedo and Usme have had 15 attempts at goal. We are now at the final minute. England's not even going for it anymore. They want Colombia to have to do everything in this final minute. Colombia kicking it out of bounds and allowing a throw-in for England. You know, I don't know about trying too hard. I think they're trying to find a way without getting called for fouls. It was a very physical game at the beginning of this, and I think they got some severe talking to or warnings from the refs that may have scared them from keeping up with the physical play. All right, we're getting close to the end of stoppage time. Unfortunately, Colombia cannot control, and England has stolen it back again in stoppage time. Uh-oh. Any minute now. We're controlling for position. Free kick for Colombia. And they don't have much time left. All right, here's our free kick. Sails up the middle. Booted away by England. They missed the header at midfield. And with that, final whistle sounds. No one is happy. Everyone suffers. Great Britain or England, well, let's just specifically call them England because I have a feeling they won't be greater for very long, takes out Colombia and will get to face Australia in the other semi-final to get some measure of respect for the fact that their cricket team couldn't get things done at the Ashes. Meanwhile, folks, I have done this for some reason. It happened, and I streamed early World Cup action. The joy of watching Australia take out France was muted by the bitter defeat of Colombia falling to England 2-1. And now we wait for the semifinals and the rest of sports to catch up. Folks, that does it for this morning. I am going to go take a shower and maybe actually wake up because I'm once again running on instinct and caffeine. Thanks again to our sponsor, Legal Coffee, for getting me powered through this. I hope you all enjoy the rest of the day, what sports you take in. I'm Jim B here on 106.9 Click FM. Thank you for being here for another stupid sports show. Good night, Milwaukee, wherever you are.